Hello, my brothers. Welcome to another audio, and hope you guys liked my videos today. If you watched them, and my 34th day of this journey. Firstly, I like to thank God. All praise be to God, who has given me the strength and the guidance to get through this. And I ask nothing more but His help, His protection, and His guidance. So, when I write thoughts as my title to the video, it's kind of me just expressing my thinking, and it's not really about one thing, so it's hard to write a heading about it. So instead, I just write thoughts, and it allows me to have the freedom to talk about pretty much anything, and I don't have to keep to one single topic, if that makes sense. So basically, man, something that I was just thinking about before, because this is always on my mind, because my 34th day, a lot is happening so quickly without me even realizing it, and I want to just take a step back and understand everything that I'm going through, and these audios really help me with that, you know. One of the things is that pornography, watching that, and going on Instagram, looking at these women, basically, bro, there's been a study to show that looking at women in a lustful manner, in a sexual manner, objectifies them. It turns them into a piece of meat. It just turns them into a body part. I made a video about that, and I can leave a link to a case study of people who the scientists can see that when a man lusts after a woman, the same part of the brain that is activated is the same part he sees when he's hungry, and when you drool after something. So anyway, basically, bro, pornography darkens the soul. Pornography blackens the soul and the heart. And when the soul is black and when the heart is black, then there's no way in for light for God if you continue to do so. And this is something that I've come to realize is pornography builds up blocks. You just think about how a wall is made. It's not put up the way it is. It's made brick by brick. And this is how the devil works. We are taught in the Quran, in our holy book. He works in steps. He doesn't work in a straightforward manner the way people think. He works in steps. He takes his time. You know what I mean? He takes his time. So, I'm not a scholar or a preacher or a religious scholar or anything, but I'm just telling you, based off my experience. He builds up a wall around your heart, and inside let's just think about it like this. Every image you see, every video you see, every moment you're spent in a lustful state, a brick is being put down and cemented down. And when it's cemented down, the wall covers your heart. And in the Quran, we call this the hard heart, when your heart becomes hard. Well, when you watch pornography, your heart hardens. Well, the devil, he builds a brick wall around your heart where no good can enter it. Only evil can manifest it and build upon it. So every evil thing you do, that brick wall is built. And every good thing you do, bit by bit, it breaks through that wall. Every day you go on semen retention is a brick coming down. Just think of it like that. And when your heart has been so blackened, when your heart has such a huge wall around it, there is no room for light to seep through. There is no room for light to seep through. So just understand that, what a huge impact it has on you spiritually. Like, this is something I realized is I feel in my heart and in my mind more light has been able to seep through. And this is because, look, I can't give you scientific reason why it blackens your soul, because, science cannot explain spirituality. And spirituality is indeed the thing that plays a huge role with this addiction. It ruins your soul. It it's treacherous to your spiritual health and your relationship with God, you know. Imagine, just imagine if you're in a state of your heart being black, and you die, you go to the grave, and God looks at your heart, because God doesn't look at your face, He doesn't look at your body, He looks at your heart. And imagine if your soul and heart is black, and it's a huge brick wall around it, and no light is inside that heart. Because remember, when that heart has a brick wall around it, that heart, it erodes, it withers away, it gets worse and worse, blacker and blacker. It's like when you just think of it like this: when you light a piece of paper on fire, it burns the paper, but what happens? It turns to rubble, it turns to ash. Well, that is what's going to happen in your heart. And this is a perfect, beautiful metaphor that I just came up with now to describe how I was feeling 34 days ago. And remember, either you control your sexual desires, or your sexual desires control you. And this is the key, that when there's a black hole around your heart, not only is there no room for light to come through, but there's no room for anyone or anything to touch your heart anymore. You become a stone cold person. And this is 100% what I feel like that was happening to me. And this is a brilliant metaphor to describe the the result of someone who watches pornography. And semen retention comes from God's teachings, and you need God on this journey. He is the only one that will take off brick by brick. Only He can bring light to your soul and heart once again. You know what I mean? So guys, I hope you just like this little video. I might give it another heading. Maybe pornography leads to a black and hard soul or something like that. I don't know. But thank you so much for joining me once again, brothers. Take care of yourself. God give you the guidance and strength to get away from this addiction, and turn towards Him, seek Him. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.